Hello there, Cornwallis. Hey, Jose. Trill Gates. I see Anton and Jared. I see Serpent of Chaos. Great to have you all here. I see Demon Monastery. Thanks for liking the stream already. What's up, Dark Life? Hello there, Golden Flame, Toasty, and Imperial White Rabbit. Good name. Hello from Colorado. I was actually out in Colorado back in 2023 for a pagan wedding. I did not hear about Curtis Joseph's channel getting hacked. That's not good. What happened? Hello there, Inertia Hypatia. Hey, Pervert Fire. So, we've talked about the act of soul dedication on this channel before. Basically, it's when you ritualistically and permanently dedicate your soul to one or more deities or demons. So, way back in the day, right before I crossed the abyss for the first time, I did a soul dedication to Chavajoth, the metagod composed of the 11 Clefothic Lords, and to the Goetiacon, the metagod composed of the 72 Goetic demons. Later on, Sithrakor, the metagod composed of the 22 archdemons of the Tunnels of Set, asked if I could dedicate to him as well. So I was dedicated to all three. A few weeks before Halloween, I did a long meditation with Chavajoth. I saw his true form, which was very wild. Then he told me, like, hey, for your soul dedication, you can't look at us as if we're gods that you follow. We see you as family. You have to see us the same way. Then he told me that, like, I can't be dedicated to all three metagods, and I had to pick one. So after talking to my spirit guides as well as my higher self, I decided on Halloween to perform a ritual of soul dedication to Chavajoth and its 11 avatars. That type of multi-spirit dedication is possible because the avatars are just avatars of Chavajoth. So that went really well, got some positive messages. Found out the Goetic demons still appreciate my loyalty to them and will still be reciprocating it despite the fact that I did a soul dedication wrong and had to X them out of it. Someone hacked Curtis's YouTube channel and got it taken down. Man, that sucks. What does it take to be able to actually see the Akashic records? Developing your psychic abilities, basically, chakra meditation, work with deities. I don't really have a method I can give other people for how to do it because I just, do it. Yes, soul dedication is a bigger deal than selecting a matron or patron. Glad to hear it, Imperial White Rabbit. Chaos 80 is watching while at the gym. Hell yeah. Get those gains. I have a doppelganger out here in East Tennessee. Is it Justin Timberlake? Can I describe the soul dedication ritual? You're supposed to make your own. Yes, you can dedicate to your patron. It's cool that the demonic metagods view me as family. Should probably do the dedication again. You did it the way JOS does years ago. Yeah, the dedication probably didn't even go through. I did the same thing when I was 16, and I doubt anything came of it. Are there any techniques I can give you to increase your energy levels? You've been sick all week and you're still feeling drained? Maybe vampirism with a filter on. Vampirize, like if you go to like a place where people are exercising or dancing and you feed on like physically fit people while they're dancing or exercising, you'll get really high quality energy. by the way, we've talked about the undead gods, Strigoi Morte, ascended vampires a bit. On one occasion, someone I initiated was feeling super drained when he woke up, so he just prayed to the ascended vampires to give him energy. And they did, in exchange for nothing. Have I ever done a rite with the 4 brides of Samael at the same time? Probably. Wait, yeah. I'm pretty sure my divine mass of gender integration calls it on 4. Yeah. I do that somewhat regularly. From the cult of the Black Cube, the right to bind yourself to the Saturnine deity, what will that entail? I'm not sure. I have not practiced the rituals from that book. I found it useful in terms of information, but I developed my own approach. Would a nightclub be a good place to do that? Yes. You imagine blood is involved and you have to make some promises. If I dedicate my soul to a demon, will Celestials avoid working with me? I would recommend using blood, but no, Celestials will not avoid working with you. How much higher is Sanitas compared to Satan? Much higher. Sanitas is about the highest there is, other than Akreos. EA recently said a vampire is someone who is ego-oriented. What's your take on it? I experience more vampiric tendencies when I let go of ego and think from soul. Yeah, I think that's a matter of perspective. I'm not sure I necessarily agree with that, but I'm sure it's a valid approach that works for some better than others. So you can't even call on Sanitas for empowerment or anything? I did it once the first time I summoned him. He basically tested me to see if I was going to be prideful. And when I wasn't, and I was humble, he did what I asked. But yeah, Sanitas generally doesn't like being summoned. Do I plan on doing a comprehensive rundown either in video format or WordPress article on Akreos? No. Could I describe the benefits of soul dedication? It brings about continual but passive alchemy. So it'll help skyrocket your spiritual abilities, and you'll be pretty thoroughly protected, even without casting protection spells. What did I say about Sanitas versus Akreos? Sanitas and Satan are separate echoes of Akreos. Hey, Salve Hecate. Any good spirit for finding a partner for a threesome? Aphrodite. Yeah, I disagree pretty strongly with Michael Ford's view of deific masks, which I would call deities or demons. But from what I've heard, he is the real deal as a practitioner. People with his mindset can get real results. I have seen it. Are the 4 horsemen real spirits? Yes, but they serve Apep. I have a video on YouTube that shares my limited gnosis of them. Can candle offerings be as good as incense? Yes. How exactly do you vampirize others? Sorry you don't know that much about vampirism. So, if you've opened your solar plexus chakra, I recommend imagining a black tendril extending from it and latching into somebody else, and then you inhale, visualizing their energy travel down the tendril into your solar plexus chakra. Then, it will be dispersed throughout your body once you do that. I like to do tendrils from my shoulders, but that's a personal thing. What are good magical methods for looking into human prehistory? Probably channeling Abraxas. Have I had spirits mess with stuff in my apartment? Only once or twice. Not in a harmful way. They just moved objects. shadow people like to do that when they need my attention or when I ask them to. It used to happen more often when I was newer because I was more irresponsible and stuff was being hidden from me. Any rights for body modification? You want to add some extra power to normal workouts? Yeah, I released a spell to enchant health supplements on Patreon. Calls on Andrialphus. Hello there, Sinvislatha. Slathra. I made vampirism the same energy as energy work in my perception, so I think it's just people demonizing us in the name vampire. Yeah. Granted, we are feeding off people. And if you feed really deeply off someone, you can cause irritability, fatigue, exhaustion. If you take only a little bit of energy, it's actually good for the person. It helps remove blockages and stimulate circulation. Just like how it's good to have your blood taken once in a while. No, I don't work with Hindus. Did Shiva like me? I don't know. I focused on the female deities back when I tried Hinduism. Elijah says, it's not my fault these people are zombies. My energy is as powerful. True. You don't want to energetically affect normal people. I would recommend enchanting a necklace to contain the energy that would usually influence them, like absorb it and catch it. And then you can reuse that energy in spell work. You had a dream about Azrael, but don't know much about him. I view Azrael more as a title that various entities use. Depends on the Azrael. What do I think eventually happens to people who throw hexes or curses at people who don't deserve it? Their deities can check them. In some cases, their deities will help them hurt innocent people in the hopes that they'll learn from it. Yes, Jose. Try doing a Google image search on tendrils. Just write like anime tendrils or something. Trill says, you also heard that taking too much energy from the same person will give you some negative traits from them as well? Yeah, that can happen. Hello there, House of the Arcane. No, I haven't read Rudolf Steiner's work. Oh, hey, Amy. Great to have you. Yesterday was a pain in the ass. I had an appointment to get a new primary health care professional. The dude was the appointment started 36 minutes late. Then after I get taken to the room and have my blood pressure taken and everything, I had to wait another 30 minutes for him to show up. It was wild. Then I get home and call maintenance to check out my pipes and replace my light bulb because they use special ones that are really hard to find in stores. Somehow the lady did not pass along the fact that I also wanted light bulbs. The maintenance guy had no idea. He showed up without them, that I had to wait for him to go and grab them. Hey, T-Man. Who's getting lit tonight? Not me. Can I help you figure out? No, I don't know what you're talking about. I can't read Hebrew or Arabic or whatever that is. Would feeding on Reiki healers give you more energy? Yeah, practitioners have higher quality energy. Are Vereen and Verrier the same entity? No, but I do have essays on both. How do I use rune magic, and what is a good spirit that teaches it? Well, I don't use it that much, but there's one of the wards I use, which is taught on Patreon. I put my hand on the door of the building I want to fortify against malicious entities and malicious spellwork. I visualize the rune Algiz on that door glowing in red energy. And I recite some chants that call from the power of my own soul to create that ward. Additionally, in Astral Combat, I have used the Thurisaz rune, the Thorn. Basically, what I do is I visualize a Thurisaz rune made of red energy, basically stabbing my enemy or attacker, and like spinning around them inside them like a drill, blood flying out. 41 viewers, thank you. Hit the like button for me. Do I have any references for Arabian magic? The book Jinn Magic by Bail Cadman is decent to start with. There's also The Black Path from Martinet Press. I usually would hate supporting that publishing company, but it's hard to find good resources on Arabian magic. Let's see. Oh, the Hexagrammaton by the Aragnes has a chapter on it called Red Sulfur. That was pretty good. Algiz is spelled Algiz. Thurisaz is spelled Thurisaz. Demon Monastery says Amy is good for runes. True. How would I interpret a friend's ear falling off in a dream? Well, everyone's dreams are different, but it could represent them not listening when you talk, not paying attention to what you say, or just being oblivious to something. Elijah the Shaman says, I have a conspiracy that VK is secretly a couch goblin. I could be. In my experience, the different spirits communicate in different ways. Auditory during ritual, responding sporadically afterwards. Yeah, it sounds about right. Inertia, Hypatia. Shrill Gates have been dipping into vodka lately because a messenger recommended I stick to it instead of other substances, and it's great. Trying not to become an alcoholic. To my understanding, vodka is the healthiest alcohol you can drink. Tornado water could be used for removing pain from the land. That's cool. Are all your old videos gone forever? A lot of them have been re-uploaded to Black Rights. I occasionally re-upload some that I have on a thumb drive. I wasn't that impressed with Devil's Quran, but I use it a little bit. Thank you. Love to you too, RG. Elijah says vodka is good for ego death. I can see that. Can you approach Norse, Celtic, and Egyptian gods using the same system you use in working with angels and demons? Yes, that's what I do. That's what I've heard, Sin. Oh, Tendril. Tendril. Oh, by the way, I re-uploaded 5 of my more recent TikTok live streams to Rumble. Could you get hospitalized if you opened your third eye when you're not ready? Only if you're really, really psychologically unstable. That could lead you to be needing care in a mental institution. But you have to be really unstable for that. Is Thoth an ascended master? I view him as a deity, but I could be wrong. Do I have an essay on Nyx? No. I do have a magical chance to her in a sigil. Thank you, Toasty. Which spirits would be beneficial for help with dream interpretation? Um, Actually, if you go to my website and type in higher self chants, there's a magical chant that draws from the power of your higher self to help you understand your dreams. What's Ishtar like? Pretty cool. Limited experience with her, though. So Saturnian energy is cold, heavy, and slow moving. It offers a different type of protection than martial energy. Martial is more like a warrior, block counterattack. Saturnian is more like Neo freezing bullets in the air in the Matrix. The curses are heavy, but they build up slowly and destroy. How to tell if someone has done some type of love spell on you. Pray to the demon Thantafaxath and say, hey, if there's a love spell on me, I want you to devour it. Consider it an offering from me to you. Then see if you feel different. When you were attempting multiple back-to-back invitations of Lord Kane on a rooftop last week, you got one sharp, high-pitched noise in the middle of it. Being a beginner sucks. Sorry to hear that, man. I have not worked with Saint Germain. Oh, Paimon, that reminds me. People have speculated that Paimon might be a Jinn. I finally spoke to him about it. So he is a demon crossed with the non-infernal type of Jinn. Technically, there are several types of non-infernal Jinn. I don't know which he's crossed with. But yes, he is part demon and part Jinn. But yeah, Elijah says King Paimon is godly with dreams. Where do we contact you for creating custom sigils? Either Instagram or my business email. Did I ever think of making multi-person rights? Like each customer pays only $40? I could do that, probably. I'd probably have to charge more than $40 because I'd have to channel a new rite from scratch, though. A Jinn is a type of nature spirit. The Shayateen are infernal Jinn, but the rest aren't really considered infernal. But yeah, it is basically genetics, as one would say. Hereditary is a sick-ass movie? Indeed. The ritual to summon Paimon comes from my website, and the words Lifta'ak Pandemonium that you saw written on the wall in that movie, that was actually the first magical chant I ever created. You've long seen King Paimon as a lord of the Jinn, and he's usually appeared in visions with a turban, crown in the middle of the desert, armed with king cobras. Nice. How are divs different than Jinn? Well, divs aren't really nature spirits, and they are intrinsic components of the human soul. Additionally, divs do not care about people who work with them. Once you start working with them, that door is open forever, and you will either be destroyed or you will ascend. They do not care which. Hereditary was one of the first movies that truly freaked you out because they used real summoning chants. Hey, they only used half of the third chant to Paimon, they said. You're straight and you keep thinking of this dude for no particular reason. You suspect a love spell. Could be. That's weird. The Jinn are also considered fire elementals. There are some water and earth Jinn, too. Like the Marids are water Jinn. They also altered the sigil in the movie? Yeah. The director said that he wanted to heavily draw for something real, but, take some artistic liberties so he doesn't invite an unwanted presence. So the appearance of how your higher self looks, is that a clue to your purpose? I'm not sure. I don't know how to interpret the way mine looks. Yeah, there will be all-purpose summoning whispers for the Towers of Umbra and Iron Throne. Aren't the ones from Umbra the ones dropping this month? Imperial Rabbit, there's no real limit or required amount of detail for custom sigil. Oh, if you want a symbol one, you can ask for that. If you want a complicated one, you can ask for that too. It doesn't really make much of a difference for me. Do I know much about planetary magic? Just Saturnian. Well, demons mostly aren't part of the human soul. They aren't intrinsic to us. They're external. Starlet. Hello there, Eternal Flame. Would I still say my chance Feos Abosos for the chakras is good? Yeah, it feels good. It is good. Um, I think Feos Abosos is more advanced than Nayar Litios. Chances are the chants that call on demons or deities are more powerful than Feos Abosos, though. Oh, yes, Imperial. Within reason, yes. Then I guess I'll channel a new sigil of Thantifax ass. Fuck it. I am indeed live, Alexis. I've realized that my YouTube live should probably be earlier in the day than they usually were, and my TikTok live should be later at night than they usually were. Last night's live was cool. Like, two of my favorite satanic creators, Damios and Adversary's Angel, were both in the chat. I haven't gotten to know the two of them too well so far, but I think they're both really fucking cool. They're both very serious practitioners. Oh, Damios does have a YouTube channel, by the way. He's going to be on this show at some point. What are my thoughts on the idea that the trans-Sephirothic void, which is a counterpart? I think there's just one void beyond the Sephiroth and Cliffoth, but I could be wrong. Other than Amdusias and Andras, have I worked with any other divs? A little bit. The reason I don't talk about them too much is I have done limited work. Oz recently helped train me against intrusive dream walking. Yeah, Adversary's Angel posts are really good. No, the tree is not beyond the void, Black Therion. It's between the void and the veils. So would pathworking be similar to working with the tunnels? Yes, sometimes the word pathworking is used to mean initiation through the tunnels. In other circumstances, pathworking means focusing your entire craft on a given deity or pantheon. That's pathworking the pantheon. The third meaning of that word is like a meditation/visualization journey, as described in Lucifer and the Hidden Demons by Theodore Rose. Anyways, I'm probably going to go ahead and call it here. Y'all have a great night and enjoy your immortality.